listener friend, I've got a tale that I must defend, about a world where freedom fell, and I'm the one who knows it well, you see. And I've read the book with care, analyzed each symbol there. Though I lack the lived experience, my expertise is quite immense. I'm mansplaining the Handmaid's Tale with confidence that cannot fail. Though women wrote it, lived it, felt it, I'm the one who can help you get it. Mansplaining, mansplaining, mansplaining. The irony is entertaining, but trust me when I break it down, I'm the smartest guy around. Now June's rebellion, let me explain the symbolism in her pain. The red dress means fertility, I learned that from the TV. The patriarchy's iron fist is something that I can't have missed. But though I've never felt oppressed, my analysis is still the best. I'm mansplaining the Handmaid's Tale with confidence that cannot fail. Though women wrote it, lived it, felt it, I'm the one who can help you get it. Mansplaining, mansplaining. The irony is entertaining, but trust me when I break it down, I'm the smartest guy around. Now some might say it's quite absurd for me to have the final word on stories about women's plight, but clearly I've got better sight. The themes of power, loss, and rage are better viewed from my male stage. So gather round and hear me speak about the truths that women see. I'm explaining the Handmaid's Tale. My podcast wisdom will not fail. Though Margaret Roper women know I'm here to steal the whole darn show. Oh, mansplaining, mansplaining, self-awareness, that's for training. So tune in weekly, don't you frown. I'm the smartest guy in town. Welcome to the podcast, friends, where male perspective never ends.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the Daily Dose of Dawn. Mansplaining the Handmaid's Tale. Oh shit, we are all the way up to season 5 now. Oh boy. That's right, today we will be covering episodes 1, 2, and 3. So, and we got plenty of time because we are going to be playing New Donk City with 4 people. That should be plenty of time to talk about all 3 episodes and maybe a short back 9 episode afterwards. Alrighty then. Oh. I believe we'll see some good, nice trick shots on here as well. Get something cool there. Alrighty, so as y'all recall, season 4 ends. June has finally got her sweet, sweet revenge on Fred. Fucking got his ass out in no man's land, and her and a bunch of former handmaids tore him apart like a pack of animals. Sweet cold hard justice. Shit. And then June just went home and played with the baby and was like, this is pretty cool. So, we open up And June's still, she's dreaming about Fred's murder. She's playing with the baby. Her hands are all bloody. She keeps trying to wash it off, but of course she can't wash the blood off. That's a typical thing. Nothing super ultra creative about that, but unnecessary. So June's acting all fucking crazy and loopy, and Luke and Moira are all like, "What the fuck is going on with your ass?" And June is just happily like, I killed him. I killed him. Yep, that's right. She tells him, man, I killed Fred. And then she gets in her car and she drives off. Oh, shit. Alrighty. So after that, we check in over at Gilead. Nick has a new wife. And she's actually age appropriate. And he actually likes her and chose to be with her. So good for him. This really kind of begs the question, why was he getting forced married before, but now he gets to choose his wife? I have a lot of questions about the hierarchy and the ranking system in Gilead, but I also get the feeling like that's part of the point. It's supposed to be a slow burn about that. But alright. Hey, good for Nick. He's got a good wife, though. Alright. And even the wife asks about June, so she's like cool about her and knows about that, so. Good. Alrighty then. That's some crap. Okay, there. So, up in Canada, a bunch of Canadian soldiers head up and collect up Serena. Serena's like, well, what the fuck, man? Where's my husband been? And, like, they like, hey, you coming with us. You a prisoner. You coming with us. Oh, shit. Of course, then Serena is moved for safety and told that Fred is dead. Oh, boy. Now then, we get back over. June is in the diner talking with the other former handmaids who helped her kill Fred. Well, unsurprisingly, turns out these former handmaids also have some ideas that would be pretty cool for revenge. Yeah, apparently some people mistreated them too, so they're like, hey, we're gonna take my mistress out next? Gonna kill her? And June is, she's not super happy about that idea. She's all like, what the fuck? You're just gonna be doing this forever. And it's like, yeah, but like we just helped you with yours. So time to help us with ours. Ultimately, one of them, Vicky, pulls a gun and they all run off. And we head back up to Canada with Mark and Serena talking. Basically, she tells Serena is like, yeah, it was quite obviously like June that did this shit. Mark also tells her about the finger and the ring that arrived for her. Make sure Serena knows it was June. Let's see here. She sees a picture of Fred's body, sees it's freaking torn to shit. Alright. Emily, we find out, has returned to Gilead to fight them. And Syl is not happy. Syl tells June, she's like, I wouldn't tell you if I hear from her. Oh boy. Yeah, June is pretty unlikable at this point. You know, it's like, you're safe. Get over it. Maybe not get over it, but stop getting other people in fucking trouble for your bullshit. How about that? Alright. Oh, let's see here. June is in the lake. She gets picked up by a police officer. She confesses to killing Fred. And basically the Canadian police are like, well, from what we can tell, this happened off of Canadian soil. And, yeah. Not really our issue. We don't care. And of course, June's like, what? No, I need to be punished. You know, I murdered somebody. And he's like, yeah, but not going to be us that does it. Boy. I have a feeling I was getting screwed there. Alright. Oh, June does, however, get an $88 fine for some reason. Did I write down what it was? Oh, no, I didn't. She got an $88 fine for some reason. For killing Fred. Oh. So Mark and Serena are back talking, and Mark explains to Serena, like, hey, this happened in, like, no man's land. The disputed territory between our countries, so, like, yeah, nothing's gonna happen. She's not gonna be tried or nothing. Of course, so Serena decides, she's like, I am taking my husband's remains back to Gilead and giving his ass a proper funeral. Like, and of course, Mark is all like, yeah, I don't really see that as possible. And he's like, yeah, it's happening. I'm a grieving widow, and you know, you're a country, you're a humane country. You're gonna let me do this. All right. Well, hold on here, folks. Oh, that didn't go alright. Okay, then. So Mara and Luke are getting more and more uncomfortable with June and how she's getting all crazy-eyed, especially around the baby. You know, I'm just saying, like, you got that look in your eyes there that says, I want to kill you for no reason. Just saying. Oh, Mark visits, and lets June know that Serena knows that she killed Fred and that nothing's gonna happen about it. And pretty much that she's scared to death. And Mark's just like, well, you know what? Well done. You did what needed to be done, and we couldn't really do it. So, good job. And that is the end of episode 2. Or episode 1. Oh, boy. Alright, folks. As always, why watching this on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, be sure you're hitting that like and subscribe button. Tell you what, if I hit this hole in one, then you gotta hit that share button. Come on, all right? That's the challenge, all right? So straight up, if this is a hole in one, all right? It's no bullshit. It's filming live, all right? Then you the viewer, have to hit the share button, all right? Let's see what happens. That's right, bitches. You have to share now. All right, get to sharing, folks. That was seriously like there was no bullshit behind that. That was complete and total of my own skill. Alrighty then, episode 2 opens up. June is in bed. She's thinking about Serena. And she decides it's probably a good idea to bury that gun. You know? Oh, let's see here. Mark and Serena, they have made arrangements for Serena to go down and do this funeral. Nick they are met by Nick and Lawrence. Okay, this is what is getting confusing about this whole plot here. I mean, like, so Fred was this high-ranking commander, and yes, he's a traitor. But, like, the only 2 commanders that are going to come out to greet his wife are the 2 that are pretty much responsible for his death. Like, I would think there'd be more, like, there. Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like we have not been introduced to enough people for me to believe that this group of people could conquer the United States. Straight up. It's not that I don't believe that, like, you know, like some kind of crazy patriarchal fucking system could take over. It's just I don't believe these douchebags could. Yeah. Alright, so anyways, there's a little back and forth. The Putnams have offered their house for a wake. And Mark gets to follow Serena around. And, of course, learn a little something about Gilead. Oh, Serena is not thrilled by the idea of a small funeral. Says to Nick, kind of I wasn't sure. I feel like there was a back message here, but if Fred could only see you now, how far you've come. I guess, does Fred, I guess Serena doesn't know Nick is one of the eyes either. Lawrence must know. I don't know. Again, the hierarchy here is very confusing. Alright, anyways. So, Serena tells him, hey, we need a big fucking funeral for Fred. Okay? He's one of the founding fathers of Gilead. And he deserves it. And on top of that, we'll look good to the world. We'll look sympathetic. We're like, you know, all that shit. They are not all that friggin', impressed by the idea, of course. But, with realizing that, Serena gives a little bit of hey, I kind of know that you're at least, like, protected June a whole shitload, so I'm gonna make shit real fucking hell for you. You see, this is like 2 or 3 times now. This is at least twice in a short span of time that Lawrence succumbs to blackmail. So, I mean, how fucking powerful is he? But in the end, Lawrence convinces them to give this big televised funeral for Fred Waterport. Alrighty. Let's see. It looks like Esther is getting a posting. Yep, that is shown at the wake. Mark Twallow, who was told he would get to follow Serena around. Yeah, nope, he gets told this is as far as you go. Here's a plate. Food for you. You can see right here. Oh, let's see here. Mark. Lydia and Mark have a little back and forth. Mark probably doesn't know what the fuck to make of her. I'm sure. It's revealed that Esther is being posted to the Putnam household. And Janine gets to see Angela. And Janine and Mrs. Putnam have an interesting scene where it kind of looks like Janine has she's pretty much accepted the brainwashing. She's like, oh, Mrs. Putnam, you have such a beautiful daughter. And, Mrs. Putnam was like, alright, I'll bring it back a little bit for you. Like, I'm grateful for my daughter and those that brought her to me. So, I don't know. I feel like that's about as good a life as a handmaid could hope for. It's very, very sad. Alrighty, let's see here. Esther gives Putnam a cookie, and it's pretty clear to Esther what's coming up here. This is where the abuse begins. Doing all the shit that they did to June in the first season. Oh shit. Let's see here. Oh, and of course, Janine's advice: be nice to your commander, and you'll get pregnant faster. And pregnancy is your only protection here. Let's see here. Of course, Nick and Mark is trying to get to talk to whoever the hell he can about anything that he can. He tells Nick, like, hey, you got a sordid past. We can get past that. See, that Nick past is mentioned again. We still don't know what's up with that. Don't know, but, Maybe we'll learn about that one day. Still just a par for you. Bam. Alrighty then. Oh, back at the Red Center there, before the posting or whatever, Janina's got some cookies or some shit. Brownies, and she's sharing them with Janine, and as they're talking, the poison starts affecting, and Esther's like, I hate you, bitch, fuck you. Try to make me fucking behave and blah 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 and all that. Yeah, friggin'. Oh boy. So they find them on the floor, poison, coughing up blood. Oh shit. let's see here. So back up there, June is like out watching the opera or some shit. And Serena is on the TV doing the funeral for Fred. And June walks outside and she sees the big TV with Serena on it. But oh shit, who else is there? It's Hannah wearing a purple dress right next to Serena. And June, friggin', she sees friggin' blood at that point. And that is the end of episode 2. Alright. I had to run and grab something, folks. We are back, though. We're on a whole 11. Alright. We got one more episode to cover, and then we'll see where we're at, if we'll do a back 9 or not. But, ooh, look at you. Oh, man. Standard spin would have done it. Well, actually, just a regular backspin probably would have done that. Alrighty. Anyways. So, June sees Serena, Hannah, and Mark all together on TV at this funeral. And she ain't happy. And she's like, what the fuck's a purple dress mean? Because, I mean, they're all color-coded there. And pink, I guess, is the little girls. So, I don't know what purple means, but alright, we'll see. Myra tells June about these people that could get messages through on the border to try and talk to Nick, because they can't talk to Nick without Mark's help. Of course, Moira's like, yeah, they're the last people you need to talk to, June. They're people who can't let this shit go. But, oh, well. And then, so, takes her to visit the people. And one of them is one of the women that June traded for Fred. So, good to see that. And they're basically like, yeah, we are Mayday. You know, like, we are Mayday. And there's kind of this big thing, because they're like, wow, we were starting to think Mayday wasn't a real thing, and that we made it up, and, you know, like, oh, because there was those people in Chicago who were like, you know, not really rapey, but kind of rapey still, you know, and they were like, ooh, what the fuck's Mayday? Yeah. But now they're like, oh, you are Mayday, and we are Mayday, and it is everywhere. Like, alright, cool, fuck, yeah. Alrighty then. Let's see here. Mark is still getting the cold shoulder from everybody. He tries his luck with Lawrence, and Lawrence like, yeah, fuck you. Yeah. Alright, so Serena and Mckensey. Oh, the Mackenzies start showing up. See, we've met Mrs. Mckensey a couple of times, but now we finally get to meet Commander Mckensey. Oh boy. Well, we'll have some stuff to say about him at the end there, but he's arrived. And that's when we get the Nick and Rose backstory about being able to choose her. Lydia is back over at the hospital with the comatose Esther smacking her up and sobbing over Janine. Oh, at the meeting. Oh boy. This is interesting. Okay, so, see again, this is why, like, hierarchy is, huh? Okay, so Lawrence somebody mentions to Lawrence about him being remarried or something, or needing to remarry, and he's like, I have no plans to remarry. And Mckensey's just like throwing shade immediately, like, yeah. Like something like, you ain't got no wife, you ain't got no kids, you don't need to lead this place. So again, like, how powerful is this guy? Probably not very anymore. Let's see. Oh, the Mckenzies. Okay, we got a little bit more too with the Mckenzies. They talk about. Alright, this is probably a little bit of retconning to further help explain how June's been getting away with this shit, but the Mckenzies mentioned, like, yeah, we didn't want Hannah to be so upset. But that's why we protected June. We didn't want her to be upset getting her birth mother killed. Which, well, they definitely did. At least Mrs. Mckensey did. She, like, kept him from doing anything crazy. Like, what? Especially when she broke into the house to see Hannah. So, yeah, they probably could have just been, like, string her up and. Well, they say they're not protecting her anymore. So, alright. Let's see here. Nick points out to Mark, hey, I can't talk to you too much because the Mackenzies are watching me because they kind of know that, I wasn't too happy about this shit either. That I was probably helping her too. And that's why, like, yeah, there ain't no getting able to see the daughter. Let's see here. Serena proposes to Lawrence. Telling Lawrence, hey, my husband's dead, your wife's dead, why don't we get married? Lawrence isn't all that, super happy sounding about this idea. He's just like, yeah, like marrying for power, that doesn't usually work. Oh, shit. Oh, let's see here. Of course, Lawrence there feels the baby, and Serena thinks he's coming over, but yeah, wouldn't really count on that with this dude. All right, so. Lydia and Putnam. Oh, okay, yes. So, Lydia asked the Putnams to bring Angela by and visit Janine. Because Janine being there helped the baby Angela when she was sick. So maybe now it's time to return the favor. Not a bad idea. All right. All right. Mark and Serena have a little back and forth. Serena's like, yeah, I'm sure you've enjoyed learning about our country and you'll report back. And he's like, yeah, paper beauty over a lot of hypocrisy. Very much what I expected. Oh, boy. Poor Mark. Can't see the real thing. Alright, so. Phone call, Serena and Nick and June. Nick explains to June that, Hannah's in wife school. That's what the purple dress means. Oh, shit. She is a wife in training. Oh, boy. Nick tells him, like, hey, Mckensey is, like, stupid powerful. Heard that before. Yeah, it's becoming a thing. We'll get to that. Alrighty. Janine has woken up from her coma. She's back at it. And Serena and Lawrence. Oh, okay, so Serena has told Mark, hey, I am staying here in Gilead. Fuck it. You're going back to Canada yourself. Of course, he's like, yeah, you really want to do that? You're like a single woman in Gilead? They don't really frown on that. She seems to think that Lawrence is up for her marriage idea. So she's like, yeah, that won't be a problem. So she tells him that. Well, once word gets to them of this, they call a meeting the next morning. Alright? With all the commanders, and they want Serena to be there. Oh, ooh, man, that was so close. Okay. Now, before the meeting, Serena is all like, oh, Commander Lawrence, are you the one who called this meeting? And he's just like, nope, I didn't. I don't know what you're expecting of me, but you probably shouldn't. Just saying. Oh, so the council tells them they are giving her opportunity. She is going to be an unofficial ambassador to Toronto. Woo. Yep. As Serena realizes that's probably the best she's going to get, so she gets a few little perks out of it, a staff and a considerable budget. Shit like that. Alright, cool. So they have Mark, she shows up on the plane and Mark's there like, yeah, they told us to hold the plane for you. Like, alright. They get back to Canada, they take her back to the detention center. Because, that's just where they got for now. She'll get her something more comfortable in a bit. But once she's in the back of the car, sits in there and through the window, oh shit, June is there. And she's got those I gonna kill you eyes. Stay the fuck away from my daughter. Oh shit. Serena drives off and June is in crazy bitch mode. Oh boy. That is the end of episode 3. Oh, alrighty. Won't be a back 9 edition, that's for sure. But that's alright, so let's talk a little bit here. Oh, there's a nice little hole in one. But, so, now I'm seeing the trope. It's season 5. And they're doing the same shit they've been doing since season 1. We're now introduced to this new all-powerful commander, Commander Mckensey. And I'm just throwing this prediction out here, okay? I've watched a little bit of episode 4 and that's it. I'm predicting it that this motherfucking Mckensey, he's gonna be like totally neutered before the end of season 5. Maybe just because I know that there's only 6 seasons. Maybe he doesn't get totally neutered until season 6. But, like, definitely. Yeah. I see the trope coming again. And another thing, man, like, yeah, I get that it's a part of, I guess it's part of the mystery, but it's time to solve that mystery. Who the fuck is in charge of Gilead? Because, or are they doing like the Articles of Confederation sort of deal where like the federal government doesn't really do anything and it's all completely local? Because it just doesn't. It seems like Fred is important, but he still has a lot of bosses. And the same thing with Lawrence. And this is giving them the benefit of the doubt of all the crazy dumb shit that they do. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like this is becoming one of those shows that I always say that the show runs a risk if it goes more than 5 seasons. Like that's a really long time to keep going because you gotta keep consistently on what you've already built, and that's probably you're probably not. You're eventually going to have holes because of that. Is the point. I hope this show sticks to landing though, because it is overall very good. She really doesn't seem to be able to write male characters super well either, and I just kind of wonder if that's some kind of like revenge sort of thing, because men have never been great at writing female characters, so I wonder if maybe that's like almost done on purpose or something. Because he writes the female characters extremely well. The character development has been absolutely amazing in this shit. Oh no, folks. Oh, what did I do here? I probably... Holy shit, I am first. Oh, good for me. Alright, honestly, I thought I was losing, but I wasn't even really paying attention all that much to the score. Alrighty then. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of Mansplaining the Handmaid's Tale. As always, keep up to date with what's going on with the Daily Dose of Dawn.